What if I told you? A family never won the lottery, never earned a big salary, never started a business. Yet they still became millionaires. How? They changed just one thing, shrimpfully, their monthly grocery budget.
This brand is on sale, but the unit price is still higher than the generic.
Yeah, but the rebate makes this one cheaper overall. Go ahead and grab it.
And those tiny decisions, over 35 years, led them straight to financial freedom. This is the story of Mark and Emily, who turned a simple shopping cart into a retirement machine. The year 2005, a small town in Ohio, America. Mark was 31 years old.
So as you can see on the board, these are the primary factors contributing to the change. Who can give me an example?
I'm gonna crash the car into your tower. No, wait. Oh no.
One Sunday evening, Emily opened the account for the first time. The balance was about $3,200.
We're not rich yet, but for the first time, our money is working for us.
The next year, Mark got a promotion. His salary increased.
I'm telling you, it drives like a dream.
Yeah, the interior is incredibly spacious too.
Yeah, we finally have enough room for the whole crew.
But they decided only half of the new income would be spent. The rest would be invested. They didn't grow their lifestyle. They grew their future.
All right, keep it steady. Watch that corner.
Got it. Morning.
Looks wonderful. Thank you.
One day, the neighbor joked, "Why do you always use coupons?"
We're not collecting coupons. We're buying time. The neighbor didn't quite understand.
Slowly, the children grew older. One day, their daughter picked up an expensive box of chocolates.
If we don't buy this, this money will go into your future account.
The year 2008. A financial crisis hit. News channels were full of fear. The stock market kept falling. At the office, everyone was selling their investments. Emily opened her laptop and looked back at 3 years of contributions.
Look, I understand why you're hesitant, but my mind is made up. We're doing this together.
We changed it so that in 30 years, our future would be better.
That month, instead of stopping, they saved $300 extra and invested it all. They didn't know this decision would change their whole story. 2 years later, the stock market slowly began to recover. While others were still talking about losses, something different was happening in Mark and Emily's account. The cheap shares bought during the crisis were now rising fast. One night, Mark opened the investment app. For the first time, the balance had crossed $52,000.
We didn't earn this money, and we gave it time.
The year 2014. Their car was now 12 years old. Almost everyone at the office had bought new SUVs.
As you can see right here, this is the best value we've offered all year. Yeah.
Mark's mind wavered. He went to a dealership and looked at a new car. In 20 years, that amount could grow many times bigger.
The next morning, he didn't buy the new car. He got the old one serviced instead chose and sent the rest of the money into the investment account. Time passed. Now both children were headed to college. Mark feared the fees would be very expensive.
Their daughter asks.
Dad, how did you do all this?
Mark smiled.
Every week at the grocery store, we made a few small decisions. The year 2017. One Sunday morning, over coffee, Emily opened the account.
On the screen, it read $100,248.
For a moment, neither of them spoke. Then tears filled Emily's eyes.
She remembered the first coupon, the first shopping list, the first $247.
That same habit had now turned into $100,000. They didn't throw a party. They just smiled at each other.
Because they knew habit. This was only the beginning.
Mark took out a diary. 15 years earlier, he had written, "We're just improving our grocery budget."
Today, beneath that same line, he wrote, "In truth, we were changing our entire life." He understood, financial freedom doesn't come from one big decision. It's the result of thousands of small ones. Every time they put something unnecessary back on the shelf, they were choosing their future. And every time they invested what they saved, they made their future a little safer.
The year 2019. Everything was going well. Then, one night,
Emily suddenly felt sharp chest pain. She had to be rushed to the hospital.
The treatment was successful. But a few days later, a hospital bill arrived. $18,400. Mark looked at the bill. Then he opened their emergency fund account. The full amount was already there. For the first time, he realized financial freedom isn't just about being rich. It's about staying calm in hard times. Just a year later, the warehouse began cutting costs. Mark lost his job. After 25 years, for the first time, he was unemployed.
Many of his old colleagues panicked. Some sold their investments. But Mark did not.
We didn't build these investments for the good days. We built them for the bad ones.
They lived on the emergency fund and never touched their investments.
4 months later, Mark found a new job. His portfolio remained safe.
The year 2027. Now the children were standing on their own feet. The mortgage was almost paid off. One Sunday, while drinking coffee, Emily opened the investment app.
"20 years ago, they were searching for coupons at the grocery store. Today, their effort had become $500,000.
We never tried to earn $500,000. We just tried to make the right decision every week."
A few months later, Mark's old friend Jason visited. He had bought a new truck, An expensive boat, too.
But his retirement savings were very low. Jason asked, "What did you do that I couldn't?"
I made fewer big decisions, but I never skipped the small ones.
Then he showed him the grocery lists, the old budget sheets, and the investment statements. Jason fell silent.
Now they were both around 58 years old. They didn't have a big mansion, no luxury cars.
If they wanted, they could work. If they wanted, they could travel. If they wanted, they could spend time with their grandchildren. Their money was now working for them, and it all began with one small shopping cart at the supermarket fill, where every week they simply chose to save a few dollars.
The year 2040. Mark was 6 to 6 years old. Emily was 6 to 4.
That day, Mark closed his office door for the last time. No big party, no noise. He simply returned his badge to HR Spolitz and walked out smiling.
How does it feel?
Today, for the first time, I'm living for myself, not for money.
They opened the investment account. On the screen, it read $1,038,426. For a moment, neither of them spoke. They remembered the first coupons, the first shopping list, the first $247 saved, the first old car, the first grocery budget. Those same small decisions had become $1 million retirement.
We never dreamed of becoming millionaires. We just tried to make the right decision every month.
So I told him, if you want the recipe, you have to ask my wife. He actually tried it later, didn't he?
Yes, and it was awful.
Mom, Dad, if you had to give us just one piece of financial advice, what would it be?
Mark picked up a grocery receipt from the table and said, "Wealth is hidden in this receipt."
Everyone laughed, but he was serious.
I just want you both to know how incredibly proud I am of the people you are becoming.
So, did you finally tell them about the surprise party next weekend?
No, I managed to keep it a secret, surprisingly.
Did you win the lottery?
No.
Then how?
Mark took out an old shopping list from the kitchen. On it was written, milk, eggs, rice, bread, coupons, budget, investment.
We didn't build $1 million portfolio from the stock market. We started building it from the supermarket.
For the first time, the neighbor had nothing to say.
If you go to the grocery store today, you might face the same two paths. One that gives you a little joy right now,
and another that gives you financial freedom 30 years from now. The question isn't how much you earn.
The question is, who decides what you do with it? You or your habits?
Mark and Emily saved just a few dollars every week. But they didn't just save money, they built their future. Remember, Wace, financial freedom isn't built in a day. It's built from thousands of small shopping trips, hundreds of small decisions, and years of consistency. Today, if you put one unnecessary item back on the shelf at the grocery store, you may have just laid the first brick of your retirement. If you enjoyed this story, like this video and comment, "I will start today." Subscribe for more original finance stories. Remember, ASEP. Small decisions build a big future.